Ronnie Nettles knows a thing or two about horses.
I've been riding horses all my life. Yeah, I'm 67 years old.
And he's made a good living at it. Ronnie is one of the best cutting horse riders and trainers in the world. In 1984, he won the National Cutting Horse Futurity in Fort Worth, the Super Bowl of cutting. But over the years, riding took its toll on Ronnie. His steel stirrups, the only ones available at the time, were uncomfortable to say the least.
I realized the things that was happening that hurt my feet, and so I started trying to change those things, started trying to figure ways to where you didn't have those sore places on your leg and where your feet didn't hurt and those kind of things.
You see, he had been searching for about a year for a pair of stirrups that would help him sit in the saddle better.
Gayla is Ronnie's wife. When they got back from Fort Worth, she asked Ronnie to build their grandson a rocking horse for Christmas, complete with saddle and stirrups. It was those tiny stirrups on that toy horse that sparked an idea.
The first pair I made out of a wheelbarrow handle.
Knowing a thing or two about comfort in the saddle, Ronnie built himself a pair and then had his buddies test them.
I put those stirrups out with the best trainers in the industry because they were all friends of mine. So I got a lot of really good feedback as to what worked and what they liked and didn't like.
So Ronnie built more. All of his friends eventually got a pair.
I got tired of him making stirrups for his friends in my kitchen at night, and it moved out to the garage workshop.
And then it moved here to the horse barn. There are more machines and wood out here than horses these days. What were once stalls are now woodworking stations.
This is a walnut stirrup with Purple Heart and oak inlay.
What's being produced 20 years later is simply extraordinary. Every Nettles stirrup is handmade, handcrafted by machines that Ronnie designed himself.
As business grew, we tried to increase production, and of course, you can't, like you said, you can't go buy a piece of machinery to do this, so we were manufacturing machinery along with this to try to keep up with the demand. So we were afraid to advertise. We couldn't supply what we had already.
A Nettles stirrup is well known, not just here, but across Europe as well.
We had no idea 20 years ago it would become this. We were totally involved in, he was a cutting horse trainer, and I was a rider for the equine industry, and that was our total life.
And what's interesting, Gayla says, is that this may all be news to the folks right up the road in Madisonville.
This community probably doesn't even know what takes place out here. We have always been a training operation out here, and that's what they think is behind here. No one would ever believe what's in this indoor arena.
What's the main selling point? You'll find it under this black felt cowboy hat. If they're good enough for a cutting horse champ, they're good enough for just about anyone.
They'll never ride anything else once they ride one of our stirrups.
In Madisonville, Mike Barger, News 3.